Combine two ideas in one video. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this. I wanted to do unboxing of some stuff. It's thematically related, but it is definitely two different concepts in one video. I promised you guys two painting videos, and I actually just realized that I was supposed to do a Games Workshop video and a Mantic Games video to sort of make up. Well, no, actually, yes, because today is Wednesday. Yep, so I was supposed to do those two. I really want to get the Wolverine done, so I think we're going to do a painting video of some more Marvel Crisis Protocol. I will get you guys a GW video as well tonight, and then I may have to fold the Mantic video into tomorrow. And, of course, tomorrow we usually do our weekly, which actually, you know what? If we do what I think we're going to do, which is playing a board game, we might do a Mantic board game, so that'll be perfect. And then I can give you guys a dose of Mantic stuff, and then we can even do some painting stuff, maybe pre-board game, and we'll see what happens. But what I am going to do is, in addition to painting some Marvel Crisis Protocol figures, I'm going to also open up some HeroClick booster boxes. So that's why it is painting and opening boxes. Because I was able to get my hands on a couple more Fantastic Four Foundations. Like, in general, this is going to be a crazy week because we got a lot of unboxing stuff to do. So I'm going to definitely get those to you, as well as other stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy this kind of mishmash video. And without further ado, I'm going to go. And it's interesting to do these two together because I always make the comment about Marvel Crisis Protocol that it is, in fact, the sort of grown-up version of this game. So it's funny to be doing them both in the same breath. But I wanted to open some stuff. I'm dying. I was able to get my hands on a couple more. I can't really buy too many more. So this is probably going to be my bigger hurrah. And then I'll wait for a while and probably get some more. Because I am still a sucker for HeroClick figures. I don't know why. For folks that don't know, this is the Fantastic Four Foundations. Pretty cool set because it has objects, as you can see, 70 collectible figures. I am scared to open these because I am pretty sure I'm going to get a remarkable amount of duplicates. Because at this point... Oh, whoops, that's the wrong set. At this point, I have a pretty good amount of the set. It's a pretty decent amount, so I'm hoping we won't get messed up here. But I love that there are objects. I tried to get the heavier weight boosters, so we're gonna let it rip and see what we get, and then we'll get back to some painting, some more Marvel Crisis Protocol painting. And of course, if you couldn't guess, you are going to get in this set a Fantastic Four centric set, but specifically the Future Foundation, which was an That's pretty cool. Okay. I have this ability, which I don't know how I do it. Oh, actually, that might be new. Can you guys see in my camera? What? No, you can't see below that. All right, let's see what we got here. That's crazy. Again, I love this set. I'm pretty sure. I feel like that's not as crazy as it sounds. Is he not? No. All right. So that's all. Yeah. So we'll do it in that order. It sounds pretty good. All right. So unfortunately, this is what I thought was going to happen, which, quite frankly, is something you run into when you start getting a lot of one set. And specifically, what's a little bit annoying sometimes is if a store takes them out of their boosters, because then you don't know what you're getting versus if it is a booster box. But this is probably the best way, as you get more and more of a set, your booster experience could go. So I'm intrigued by this. So first up on the docket, we have, of course, Leech. We've gotten Leech before, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about him. He is, of course, part of the Future Foundations, because they basically take 15 different children, their own children included, and train them to be Fantastic Four members. That's what the Future Foundation is. You can see his card. James Jimmy, Fantastic Four, Molochs, X-Factor, X-Men, to the Fantastic Four team ability. Very simple dial. Very simple support character. You're also sporting the sidekick keyword, which is a mechanic they put into this set. Then we have, and it did actually happen, it is Thing Robot. It's a robotic version of the Thing. They've actually created robotic versions of all of the Fantastic Four so they could be in places, which is very interesting. We've gotten this figure before as well. Very cool figure. I love the sculpt of it. But Thing Robot, Fantastic Four Robot, remote controlled gaming fun. Friendly sidekicks have power. Choose one of that hasn't been chosen this turn. Move Thing Robot up its speed value, or Thing Robot makes a close attack. So very interesting trait that it has. And it kind of just sits there and takes some damage, which is an intriguing idea. This is a cool figure, but we've gotten him multiple times now. This is probably my third one of these that I've gotten. And actually, I'm probably going to give these to somebody I know. But it is the Thing, but the scroll version of the Thing, which is very, very cool. He's got the scroll team ability. So the Thing, scroll, monster, soldier, spy. And you can see kind of basic, the scroll team ability, shape change, but only succeeds on a 6. If that character can already use shape change, instead increase the result of the roll of shape change by 1. You can see pretty powerful character, pretty decent for only 30 points. And then to go along with that, which I think this is pretty awesome, and unfortunately that's probably why the pack was a little on the heavier side, because it had 2 massively big characters in it. But we have Fantastic Four Reed Richards, or Mr. Fantastic, the scroll version of him, which I love that sculpt. Yeah, I'm literally not even going to put these away. I'm just going to bring these. These are going to go to a friend of mine, because I know they were looking for, they're big Marvel fans, so I know they'll like scroll pieces. But this is probably the best way this pack could have worked out, and this is pretty cool. But we got, in fact, Herbie, which is the robot that the Fantastic Four created. Fantastic Four, you can see his starting click there. This is a Chase Prime. Very cool. So best way it could have worked out. So we've scored a Chase of the set. And you can see it's Fantastic Four, robot, real name, humanoid, experimentoid, robot, bi-type, integrated electronics. You have given a match to a child who lives in a tinderbox. If exactly one friendly character named Mr. Fantastic is on your starting force, he starts the game with the Ultimate Nullifier equipped. Is that what I think it is? Ultimate Notify. So I don't actually have that piece of equipment. Okay, so that's a piece of equipment. That's interesting. So it doesn't come... Why do I feel like that's an error in this? Did I miss something in the box? Is there a object in the box? Because usually that's weird. They don't give you an object for a character without giving you the object. Future Foundation Hall Monitor. Whenever a sidekick would be KO'd by an opposing effect, you may roll a d6. 4 to 6. Instead, turn that sidekick to its last non-KO click and place it in a square adjacent to Herbie. Gain 2 mission points for each sidekick placed by this effect. Then we're going to find out what mission points do. The game ends when, after the resolution of any action, a player has achieved 20 or more mission points. Ooh, that's really cool. I've never seen them really do this from any square. If the game ends this way, the winner is determined by the player with the most mission points. In the case of a tie, the active player wins. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you can use him. So you could make a nasty team with him. He's only 30 points. So he's very squishy. So you definitely don't want to have him in the front lines. But so he's got this weird mechanic, and he is a captain. So obviously he would be paired with other sidekicks. That's kind of cool. So again, pretty awesome though to get a chase as our final piece in that pack. So pretty dope. Like I said, best way it could have turned out. But this is kind of the fate you run into. When you start getting about half the set, you're definitely gonna run into some problems. Well then. Oh my god. Okay. That's insane. That's insane. Whoa. I didn't think they were doing that. Okay. Oh, I can't even get this piece out. Again. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Ooh. That's kind of hot. Holy shizness. I'm pretty sure that that's a double. I know that is. Okay, there's a lot going on in this pack, so just give me a sec, guys. So my weight trick worked on one pack. It oddly enough, I guess you could say it worked on both packs, but it kind of didn't. Wow, I'm just getting droves of that thing, which is crazy because I love that character too, and I love that I'm getting like 17 of them. All right, let's check a look here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that is more than likely. Let me just do a little reconstitution here of stuff. All right, so that is 100%. That is a new character. And that's going to go in my new pile. I just want to make sure I'm not losing my mind. Okay, cool. So that is 100% that. I know that for a fact it... Okay... Are there multiple people that I'm not understanding? Or oh, that's a new character. Okay, we did actually get more new people this. Just want to double check because I might have misjudged this. No, okay. All right, so let's put that this way. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to work through what is. Okay, I'm surprised by that, but that does happen. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's all that. Okay. That's some crazy crap. All right, so that's all. Okay, that's not bad. So, again, pretty much the same statistic. I'm getting... All right, so let's go through... All right, so that's going to be on this side. All right, so let's go through the doubles first, and then I'm just rearranging some stuff. All right, so first up on the double side, we did get, of course, I've gotten a ton of her too. Katie Powers. I'm not going to really go crazy with her. I'm just going to flick her card so we can see it. So I want to get to painting. Like I said, this is just a little bonus. I do like that they have the original Power Pack characters, so they have their first appearances versus they're more recent, but they have those too. We got another Skrull, Just going to show the card real quick. Very cool. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna. And then a pretty cool bio box. Another scroll. So these are from storylines where I believe this is when the scrolls actually lose their shape-changing power, and they're kind of just trapped, and so they cause a lot of problems on Earth, which I think is the storyline for those guys. All right, so that's what we got that was doubles. Now we're going to go over what was new. And for a minute, I actually did not think that this was a new character because HeroClix does do this from time to time. They will reuse a sculpt. So it's actually, I think, both his chest and I think it's his head that are different. But this is Vile. Wu is the one we got before. Fantastic Four, he's part of the Future Foundation. You can see his starting click. So he's going to go in the new pile. And he's a pretty basic character. Oop, Pow, Team Ability, Fantastic Four. You can see Atlantis is the other place. And he's very basic, just a 10-point character. He's rocking that, of course, sidekick. And he is a new addition to the set. So I did not have him before. I thought I did. So very, very cool. Getting us one step closer, and which is, it's odd to not have a common because he is a common, but I didn't get him. So, but what I'm super excited about is what we got on the other end. So again, if we think about it, I didn't even get like a full booster, but oh my god. Oh, Lord, how many points is this? Jesus Christ. Yep, that's what I figured. This is amazing. I scored myself Silver Savage. So if you guys are not familiar with this, and you may actually know this storyline, if you watched Hulk Ragnarok, you probably remember the scene where Thor fights the Hulk. Well, in the comic, that's not what happens. So they kind of morphed that storyline into Ragnarok and sort of set up, quote-unquote, Planet Hulk. But in that storyline, it's actually the Silver Surfer that he meets when he is imprisoned on the planet with a very different character, not the Grandmaster, but and it is the Silver Surfer he has to fight with. And he actually has a fight with the Silver Surfer. And so you can see the control collar there, which mutes their powers. You can see his starting click, which is unfreaking believable. He's got an 18 defense, 4 damage to start off. He's got 8 range, cosmic, 100, and this, of course, is a chase. 100 points on to use power cosmic team ability. I love the pose. This is crazy. They've done individual Hulk figures, and I have an old individual Silver Surfer, like when they did the first one of these. This is magnificent in comparison, and he literally uses the board as a shield, which is crazy. And to get the whole warband, which at this point they've actually printed the entire warband. And in addition, you get this, which is Silver Surfboard, which is also something that comes with him. And I love Silver Surfer. He's one of my favorite characters. So Cosmic Herald Warrior. Power Cosmic returns. Steal energy, but with close range attack. Okay? I will free all of you. Invincibility when this click is first revealed. Silver Savage can't be healed above the click this game. And after resolution, remove an action token from all friendly characters and equip Silver Savage with, and that's his board, Silver Surf board from outside the game. So that means you don't have to pay for the point cost for this item. It could just come out of the game. Well, actually, that's not true. You do have to still pay for it, but it comes literally out of the game. Because that's what happens in the comic. Once they get free, his power comes back so he can recall the board. Oh my god. The Incredible Hulk 95. He's 8 clicks deep. Holy bejesus. And he starts with Quake. He starts with sidestep. So he's just got a high defense and he can sidestep around you. That's interesting. And he's got charge, right? Yeah. So he charges on a 6, which is pretty nice. That's crazy. That's just a really cool piece. I love the sculpt. Because I have all the pieces to do a warband team where you could do the actual warband from Planet Hulk. That's crazy. But again, best case scenario, we got a chase and we got equipment. Let's read the equipment real quick. Effects: hypersonic speed. You get flying when an equipped character without the cosmic keyword uses hypersonic speed. After resolution, roll a d6. 1 to 2. Give that character an action token. So another character can use it, but they get hurt when they use it. Any character in this square is holding this object, has power, equip this object. Unequip, drop. When unequipped, place this object in the previous equipped character's square. And it is a 10-point object. That's crazy. Alright, so we got another one of the objects. We scored another chase. Which, like I said, that is the best case scenario when you have most of the pieces from the set, is to get chase pieces. Why do I feel like I have him? And I just didn't put his cards in right. Hold on. No, it is 110%. As crazy as that sounds, it is 100% a different character. That is crazy. So what does he have on his chest? 15, 14. Okay. They use the same sculpt. I hate when they use the same sculpt. It always annoys me when they do that, but I get it. They have to do that because that's how they can make the whole set and how they can make the amount of sets that they do by doing repaints. I just want to check something else out because I feel like I don't have all of my characters, and I realized, are these just doubles? Okay, that I know is a double. Alright, so this I think is a double. I think these were all doubles, unless... Yeah, these were all doubles. Okay, so I'll take care of those another time. All right, so that I just put them up there because I was like, oh, I don't want to worry about the doubles. Okay, that's fine. I'm trying to organize myself a little bit better here, but that organization is not always working. All right, so we have that. Doubles are on the other side. These guys are going to go in that side. Alright, so these are all going to go that way. Alright, so I'll do that later. Organize that now. Okay. Yeah, so far I'm very excited about this set. Like, the fact that I keep getting chases and rares as my, like, non-doubled characters is really helpful. Now, as far as where we are set-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So 39. So we're at almost 40. So we're just peering over halfway. So it kind of makes sense that at this point, my pull rate's going to get real bad. Because my pull rate's going to be like 50% is going to be doubles. So, you know, this is where I like to sometimes take a little break. And fill in stuff. Because usually when we fill in, it's going to be a lot better because then I can just buy the pieces that I'm looking for and not have to worry about it. Okay. Oh, no, that should have been red. All right, now on to the painting. I hope you guys are forgiving. I just really wanted to open more stuff. All right, guys, we're back. We're back on painting. I know you guys are happier when I paint. All right, so what are we doing here? So for the... That's what I thought. I remember it being a black logo, so I think I'm going to probably get my smarty spectacles, my magnifiers on, because that X-Men logo is pretty petite. Let's see what we got here. Where is my Templar Black? All right. No. I can't have a really wet brush for this. Oh, I already messed that up. All right, you know what? Let's try something. Yeah, sorry for the music, guys. It kind of is cutting in and out. It seems like it's cutting like faster than it normally does. I don't know why, but I think I kind of messed this up. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint the whole thing black. And then I think I'm going to just come in and do the X as like... Sorry, my camera decided to semi-not focus. Great. I think I'm going to paint the whole thing in black. And then I'm going to come in and do the silver on the X symbol. Just to change it up a little bit. Because... Well... it will be 10 times easier to do that from a painting perspective, but I think it also will give a little bit of a more interesting look to him as a character. But for the most part, and you guys also probably can see, if you were here for the first part of the painting, you can see how it evolves and it changes. So as that contrast paint dries, get the hair off there. I like that a lot better. What do you guys think? Yeah, I like that a lot better. So I'm doing a little bit of dry brush technique just to dry brush the metal on there, and then we have a much more interesting X symbol. And then similar to how we did the blue the last time, now for the boots, I'm thinking I'm going to go with blue for here. I'm trying to remember what his boots were like in the comic, because I don't remember. I know there's a black lace there, but I'm not sure how the front of the boot was. I'm trying to water this blue down because my blue... why is there hair in there? I think I'm going to have to invest in another small brush because I think this smaller brush that I have is starting... You know what? Let's just go. And if I have to... I mean, if it's black on top, I can always do the black through this. But I'm pretty sure that those heels are going to be black. But I could be wrong. Yeah, the brush bristles, I think, are coming out of this brush. So I think this brush is giving me its expiration date, as I call it. Oops. All right, now it's just doing like watered down blue. I might have watered it a little too much because now it's doing this like pale blue. Which I will kind of take it, because sometimes that is kind of helpful. But see, this is what you don't want. Is what's happening now, where you have essentially two different color blues. I don't want to see that happen. So I'm just going to pop. The reason I'm watering it down is because what happens to the contrast paints over time is that they get more and more solid. You know, they go from being a watery consistency to a little bit more of a solid consistency. Same thing. I know the front, I don't know. I don't remember. I kind of remember his boot being completely blue. I didn't even remember the front of it having the black line on it, so I'm gonna go with the whole thing blue, and then we'll just have to... Did I just put my... I did. I just put my hand into blue. And that's kind of how, I talk about how sometimes I'm a little bit of a messy or like chaotic painter. this is some of it, especially when I get to like the last piece of a model, like if I'm really close to finishing something. I have a tendency to get like put on, like hit the gas kind of mode where I'm like, oh man, I'm almost done, and like I want to really just get things done. And the problem with that mentality is that I will often screw them up. And by the way, if you can invest in magnifiers, if you want to get a more pro level paint, it is the best way to do that, because for the folks out there like myself that are commission painters, or consider themselves a pro level painter, this is a big tool for that. Like, you definitely want to get those now I said I was going to do him bloody. I think I am going to still do that, but I think I may put blood on his claws. I don't know yet, though. I don't know what you guys think. I'd love to hear the comments on the video or the channel. You know, like, please don't be shy. I know I'm painting, but I can definitely concentrate and still get to you guys. I love talking to people, especially if you have questions about the game, if you have questions about painting in general. You know, that's the whole idea that I do these videos. I want to also like teach people how to paint and be better painters, and talk about technique and all that good stuff. I don't know, I've noticed that I have a lot of folks, you know, maybe silently watching, which I contribute that to. You guys might be doing what I do, which is sometimes, you know, if I know somebody who I like to watch, you know, on a live stream, you know, I might just put them on in the background while I'm doing other stuff. And that's okay. And if you're a painter, you know, I do it all the time, but sometimes, you know, I put guys up. I put people on while I'm painting. You know, just put it on as background noise, which I get that too. You know, what would be awesome, and I would totally be flattered if this is true, if you guys, if anybody out there is, you know, maybe intimidated by model painting, but they watch like one of my videos and they feel a little bit more confident in painting a model or going into it, and they're actually trying for the first time while they're watching with me, that would be really cool. But I would only know that if you tell me. Let me know you're out there, guys. Let me know you're in the ether. Give me a high five. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you care. You know, and it's funny too, because when I started doing these videos, I 100% started doing them a little bit more like therapy. Like, it was fun during you know, and it's still true for a lot of us, but you know, I started doing these because when you know, we're all dealing with COVID and the world, and you know, things are getting better, but we want to, obviously they're not all the way better yet, for a lot of people, and a lot of areas. But I started doing these videos because it was such a nice way to you know, just to connect with people, to do something, to share something, and they still are. They're still amazing. And I've been able to paint so many models and get some really great ideas from other people and all that stuff. So don't be shy. All right, we may take a sudden detour from Wolverine just for a minute. I know it's going to seem weird, but I'm going to paint some mushrooms. So I've been painting up these little scenery mushrooms. I got these from Etsy. It was somebody who 3D printed them. They're not terrible. You know, they're pretty good quality. I was going to review them on the channel, but no, but they're scenery pieces. So I was just going to get them painted up. So I wanted to just start playing with some other paints while we let Wolverine dry, and then we'll do some more detail work on him. But he's almost done, which means we're going to move on to Doctor Strange next, which is going to be a lot of fun. Another one of my favorite characters. Or, yeah, we'll do Doctor Strange. Now, I'm playing with some... These are washes that they have. And typically when I do, like, undead or ghosts, I use this color, which it is literally called Hex Flame. It's meant to be used on undead units in Age of Sigmar. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to do one of the mushrooms like this and just see what it looked like. Because it's an interesting green. You know, it's like, you know, kind of giving off that spectral ghost vibe. You will be seeing these mushrooms and other things I'm going to do. But I had never gotten real time to give them a good, proper review and get them done. And I actually had to hand prime these because I am having a huge... I mean, the good news is I have a lot of stuff that's already primed, so we got plenty of stuff to paint, kind of. But there is going to be a point where if I can't get primer, it's going to start to get really hairy on what I can paint. Because, like, for instance, there are some Marvel Crisis Protocol models that I have that I have not painted yet. But again, I'm just painting these scenery mushrooms to give Wolverine a chance to dry. So we'll be getting back to Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff in just a moment. I'm just going to get the green on this mushroom done. Crap. And then I'm gonna go right back. So hang in there. You're really supposed to give contrast paints about 15 minutes to dry. I'm being real messy. But again, I don't really care that much for these. Like, they're scenery, so I'm gonna give them I'm using kind of more of a wash approach, and I will with other stuff, because, you know, they're not gonna be prime time. They're not like the figures where you want to take that time. So I kind of want to get them one and done. And just kind of get it going. But like I said, don't worry. We're going to get back to Wolverine in just a second. So don't leave. Don't run away. And like I said, in the meantime, if you guys have questions... Oh, this looks like Christmas. I shouldn't have used these two colors. Alright, so maybe I will redo this mushroom. I guess, well... Ah, God. The mushrooms are hard because they don't have, like... I should have probably... I could have glued them onto a base, which I have extra bases. I may do that. And then I can just terrain them. I don't like doing that because then it's just more work. And it's me being a little bit on the lazy side, which... But like I said, I had to hand prime these, but I just realized how, like, Christmassy this looks. And again, I have a lot of uses for these. I may use them as, like, little accent terrain when we do Blood Bowl stuff. Because I do have a lot of Goblin and Snotling teams in Blood Bowl. I may use them. I definitely have a plan to use them in a campaign play. That's a more modern day setting, which I have to get those models painted. But, you know, they're decent. They, like I said, I got them on Etsy. They were very cheap. I got a couple of different mushrooms sizes, which was nice. A little pack of them. But like I said, this issue with not being able to get primer is just killing me. You know, I can't get... I mean, and I say I can't get primer. It's that I like using GW's primer. I know for a lot of you guys that paint out there, you may say to me, oh, GW's paints are not as good as like other paints, and you can get primer at somewhere else and everything. But like, I don't know, I've always used GW stuff. It's how I know how to paint. It's the paints I'm familiar with. So all right, we're gonna get back to Wolverine. I think that's enough, because now I gotta let this dry, and then I can do the rest of it. But I'm trying to use my streams where I could do a lot of different painting at once. Because sorry guys, I was just trying to get... There's a few... It's weird, and I am very much that guy. I use the magnifiers, but then I also like go in and use my eyes. And I don't know if this is true, or maybe this is just like me just coming up with my own weird psychosis, but I use the magnifiers. It kind of trains, it helps my eye, and then I'm able to take them off and see kind of the same way the magnifiers did. Almost like a robot where I'm like focusing. Again, sounds really crazy, so it's probably just me making up stuff, which I have a tendency to do that at times. And speaking... Oh, geez. Alright, speaking of those magnifiers, I think I'm going to put them back on, because I am terrified to do this black line. No. Yeah, see, stuff like this, you kind of do have to get it right. If you get it wrong, it's very obvious when you look at it. So I'm just going back over that black. There we go. Now he's looking real nice. Alright, now we gotta get that line on the bottom shoe done. Yeah, black I'm always afraid of because definitely did that side better. Sorry. Definitely did that side better. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, that just needs to be. That is pretty excellent. And I'm just loading very little paint to try to get those black lines. But you can see now that we got him like relatively all painted, I'm gonna do a couple of other little things like I talked about. Oh, that's way too much. That's gonna splotch. It just splotched. Goddamn. I'm gonna make that C. There's a big black line there. God damn it! I'm gonna have to redo that. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking to see where are areas where I have either a little bit of white or there we go. So just cleaning up gaps. Oh, that sucks. That's gonna really suck where that black went, because that's not gonna be easy to fix. And while we're at it, let's make that lighter blue I was talking about. I can do that real quick. All right, so we're gonna paint in that light blue I was talking about. What that's gonna do, and you guys will see it in a minute. I'm just gonna put it on key. So if you guys look, I had to clean it up. The idea of the light blue was to I call this method painting the light. So we're going to paint in so what you guys should start to see is that his hands are lightening up. Yeah, so what you'll see is that now when you look at him, it looks like he's got so it's almost like giving a cell shaded look to him. Sorry guys, I know I'm not doing this on camera and I do apologize for that. So you can see like we're painting in this light, so there's this nice light now that brings different features to the forefront. It brings different features up. So he looks like he's a little bit more dynamic than he was a minute ago. And I use this technique a lot with the contrast paints because you can layer it with the real paints and mix it in and it looks real nice. So I just wanted to get that little bit of detail done and then we'll go in and we'll fix this. Another pass with the yellow just to fix some inconsistencies down there on the boot. And then I'm gonna say, with the exception of a silver detail on his claws, on the hands, and then potentially me doing one more effect on his head, I think we're gonna call him done. Pretty good. And maybe we'll do like a tiny bit of Doctor Strange. What do you guys think? You think we're in good shape with him? mix in some white. There we go. So if you mix in a little white with the color you're trying to cover up, that's actually a better way in most cases to get a nice concealer on something. And what I'm doing with this is I'm just going through and cleaning up some areas, and then what I could do is once this all sets, once that all sets in nicely, then I can go back in and do some of the ribbing for the actual muscles. But at least now he looks a lot better. But it's crazy because you think about it, he's such a small figure, but, and I've said this before with other models that I've done, like when I'm sitting down to do these, like you have to remember, whenever I'm putting something on the table, it's a calling card for me. So that calling card, I want to make sure looks good, is good, you know, has yeah, it looks pretty awesome. I'm extremely happy with the way this came out. We're going to do one more thing to him, which I think is going to make the mask really cool. And then I think I'm going to put some blood on the claws. I think Wolverine without some blood on him. So what I did was I put a little bit of stain, on the mask. And what that should do, what I'm hoping it'll do, is it'll dry in there and give us a nice outline. Yeah, so what you'll see is, there we go. So we have a little bit more drama in there. And I think I'm gonna do it down and here. I'm gonna do a little bit in here. Yeah, that looks fire now. Look at how good that looks. Holy crap. That looks so good. It looks so much better. I'm going to do the same thing on the back. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so fire. Yeah, baby. Oh, sorry. Oh, that looks so good. And see, this is using, it's using a lot of different techniques. You know, I say it to people all the time, but to get those painting effects, to get those models that are professionally painted, like, you have to do some work. Like, that's not an easy come to you kind of thing. Like, so I'm using staining techniques here. I mean, I'm using the contrast itself. Oh, I just realized I didn't paint under his arm. For as much as I went on about how awesome this model is, I messed up and didn't paint part of it. Where are we at? All right, we could probably get like literally a 100% beginning to Doctor Strange. Oh, wow, I didn't do any of this correctly. Damn. Damn, but it look at how fire he looks though. Damn, that looks so nice. You know, and what's happening to me now is like a cardinal rule that I always tell people when they're starting to paint. Like, as a remembrance, like, remember you're painting something that is 3 dimensions. So you got to really turn it and look at it, because you may be missing a paint on one side. And you don't even realize it. Just going over that mask. All right, there we go. Nice and black. And again, going back to what I said, when you paint white models, it's gonna take a minute. Like you will get a nicer looking model in most cases. Well, I mean, with the contrast, you have to do white. It's a prerequisite for using it. But see, it's not really so at that point, it's not really a question of getting like a good looking model versus not getting a good looking model. Let's go through the base. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going over from this, putting a little bit more paint in some of those cracks to make them a little bit more pronounced, so there's a nice bleed of color in them. Nice. Look at that. That's freaking dope. All right. Let's get that blood on his claws. I'm going to call him a done duck. The only thing that I do, and I'll do it off camera because it's not, to me, the most entertaining, is I will do black red. I'll color the base black. I like to just take the Templar black and run it across it. There we go. We'll bloody up those claws, so you guys can see he's not an innocent Wolverine. He's got some blood on those claws. I like to do little things like that, especially with the Marvel Crisis Protocol figures. I tend to use the website as reference just to like get it close to what they had. But yeah, look at that. Let's do a final reveal of him. Oh, that looks freaking awesome, dude. Oh, I screwed up something. Hold on. He's not done yet. His rim of his boots are black. I just remembered that. Alright, I gotta get the black Templar. So we gotta just fix that one little detail. I just saw it. I was like, oop. My brain re-clicked and I was like, oop, yep. Yeah, so if you look... no, actually, wait. Before I fix it... Well, I gotta fix something else, but... Alright, no. That is right. Yeah, because you could see it... Yeah, you'll see now that I've done it. Oh, crap. Yeah, I don't know why my black is doing that. God damn it. Sorry, I'm just pronouncing that black a little bit more. Yeah, it's got like a sheen to it. I don't know why it's got a sheen to it. Yeah, but that is totally accurate to the comics. I forgot his boots do have a lining. Again, similar to the shorts, like they Oh, sorry. I totally did that off camera. No, I know Wolverine's gloves are blue. But yeah, it's like similar to how they did the shorts. It's like they molded it slightly different on both legs. I'm being like super conservative with the amount of black I'm putting on the brush. But it is right, because when you see it, you're like, oh yeah. Because it totally makes sense. Like, why would he only have black going up the center of the boot, but not around the boot? Yeah, that was crazy. But it looks so much better now that I did that, so... It looks more accurate. It looks like his boots the way that they're supposed to be. You know, and that is true with the reference images that I use for the website. They only show the front view of the model. So I have to infer sometimes the rest of it, which is true. Alright, so proper look at the model now. Much, much better. So you put some gore on those, really, Jesus. It's like every time, again, I hate priming in white. I always do. I'm getting more used to it. Sorry I keep hitting the mic with the paintbrush, guys. I keep finding little areas that need to be either redone or re-cleaned. Sorry. Alright, reveal time. Real reveal time. I don't think I'll find any more issues with the model, but you guys can see what he looks like. I think this came out real nice. That's pretty awesome. Alright, he's going to go on my drying rack and essentially my done pile of Marvel Crisis Protocol guys, which we're on a roll. That's a pretty good amount of folks that we've gotten painted so far, which I am happy about. Now for Doctor Strange, I think I'm going to need my larger handle for this guy because he has a bigger base, and we're going to get very we're going to get very little done on him. Like, I'll probably get the outer circle done for his spell, and then I'll start working on him. I got to look at the reference on the website, because this is a slightly more modern looking costume for Doctor Strange. This is not his typical... this is not his typical... So I'm going to base this all out in yellow, and you'll see why in a minute I'm doing that. Yeah, now we're getting into mystical characters. Mystical characters are like #1 fave of mine, no matter which universe we're talking about, DC or Marvel. I am a stickler and fan for both. I love... I love it all. And again, this is another one of those tactics where we're going to go light with the color so that I can come in and do some other techniques later. And I can't mention how much, like, if you are a serious... Like, if you want to really up your painting game, I know that, you know, we don't all want to spend maybe an extra $20 on, like, a piece of plastic, but the handles I use, I'm using the Citadel handles. They're real nice to use. Like, definitely having something to stabilize the model, because what that does is, if you're somebody like me, if you guys actually saw me hold a model and the paintbrush sometimes, you probably have seen it in the videos already, and thank the Lord that you guys are so nice that you don't tell me. But you probably have noticed my hand shakes. The handle reduces that problem. So if you even have a little bit of a shaky hand, the handle sort of absorbs it and balances your model for you, which is a very good thing. So I think later now we're gonna do Blood Bowl models for GW. That's the next big ticket item for me. I got to get those done. I've literally got 2 new teams sitting here. So you guys have been deprived of seeing new models, and that's why I want to really ramp up. And my promise to you guys is at least 1 painting video a day, every week, painting or art. So we're going to also start doing, this is going to tie to my Patreon, you guys are going to start to see me working on my actual comics. So we're going to start working on those live. I'm going to see what you guys think of those. Probably gonna give a pause. Like I said, we're probably only gonna get to really like color out the yellow, and then I'm gonna look at the reference. I know I want to do at least this because I know what I want to do with the effects for him, so I don't need to look at the reference for that. could technically paint the floor, because I know what I'm going to do for the floor, too. I mean, certain reference points I don't need to look at for Doctor Strange. I mean, like, I know, for instance, his cape should be red. It doesn't matter what version of Doctor Strange it is. He's always had basically the same colors. But this is the more modern cut to his costume. So, in his more modern cut, he had a more subdued cape. Like, his cape wasn't as bright red. You know, all of the comic book characters, when they first were created, because printing was a little bit different back then, you tend to see them with more brighter, vibrant colors. And then, like, more as we've gotten newer printing technology and more subtlety, especially because some, you know, most comics are starting to be made on a digital platform. So art is, you know, the days are starting to become numbered of, and not to say that artists don't still work tactilely, because there are definitely many artists that still do. But you're starting to get more people working in that digital space, so you're getting different kinds of colors. You know, so you're getting a different color palette. And also a different, you know, you call it a style too. I mean, like, I'm calling it a color palette, but it's definitely a different art style. Alright, so this time doesn't really work as well. I think people are busy at this time, maybe. I'm trying to figure out the best times to go on for certain things. But I know after the fact, a lot of people watched my video after it was live the last time. Yeah, stuff like this, when it's like a flat circle like that, it can be very, very hard. It gets very, very tedious, because you have to get all of this painted. Now also, this particular model, the way that it's constructed and built, it is a little tough to get in to some of those areas, but you just got to be patient and get in there. You know, I say it all the time, and I'm starting to say it more and more, which is why I may start trying to test myself and get myself in a better spot. But I may have to start painting models before I build them. But I don't know, for me as a painter, I never was good at doing stuff like that, because I want to I like seeing the model together to be able to paint it. And again, I know we said we were doing Wolverine, but we moved on. We're moving on to Doctor Strange. You guys are getting a sneak peek. I'm just doing some priming right now. And you can see the master of the mystic arts, of course, ready to get down and dirty with some folks. And I'm really, really happy, because I'm really succeeding with getting, I think, back to, because Marvel Crisis Protocol, I used to have the claim to fame with those models, that they were the only models I owned where 100% of what I owned is painted. And I'm getting even more and more close to that fact. And that's splendid, because then we can get to more dynamic content for you guys, which I keep wanting to do. But you know, I just it's just so hard because I have so much to paint. You know, when you look at some of the other companies out there, I mean, you know, I definitely have learned a lot in the last 2 years about setting up, you know, starting a gaming channel, and I have some other ideas for later on in the year of what I want to do. But it's definitely it's definitely much easier when you have, you know, I think of places that I'm trying to emulate and like I would love to be as good as, like mini wargaming, and even, I mean, even Guerrilla Miniatures. If I could be as good as any of those folks, that would be amazing. But I realize that, you know, it takes kind of an army to do it, and no pun intended, but you know, it's a lot. You get, like, I wish I could hire, and that's, you know, I know I talk about, you know, tips/donations, which there is there is a tip/donation button. There is my Patreon, which if you want to check it out, some of my indie comics and artwork, or even go to my website and check out my website, and contact me maybe for different services or buy original art for me. You know, I talk about it a lot, but if I could get more support in those areas, and I know that's a tough thing right now, so I get it, and if you can't, just follow the channel if you really like what you see and you want to see more, because I'm going to be painting Mantic games stuff, so Kings of War stuff, Marvel Crisis Protocol, Games Workshop, all the really cool stuff out there. I'm going to review games. I have companies that are sending me stuff, so I'm getting there. But if you want to see more, you know, that monetary support could really help out a lot, because I'm still working a full-time job and doing this part-time. I'd love to do it on a more full-time basis, and my dream of not only doing this, but opening up a gaming store and doing some, you know, online events and cross promotions. So like, there's some other really cool things on the pipe that I have in my mind. But your support and being able to get that support from you is really the way I'm going to get there. And you guys have already supported me. Like, I am amazed that so many people follow me and try to tune in live for us, which is great. And I do not want to downgrade that support. But like I said, if in addition to that, you feel inclined to support on a monetary level, that would really help us out as well. But like I said, if monetary support's a tough thing right now, even just following and signing up for notifications to know when we're live, all that helps. It all helps, because the more people acknowledge us, the more followers and live viewers I have, and people, you know, being with us when we are live, and talking to us and contributing. And by the way, if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to throw out a question or two while I'm painting. I say it all the time, but the reason I love doing this stuff is even more so when I talk with you while we're painting, and I can help you either with a painting project that you have, or answer your questions, or if you are, you know, on the fence about a game or something we're doing. You know, I love giving folks information about it. And obviously the other part is just creative videos that are calm and chill, and a place that we could all talk. And I always tell people, like, if I'm painting Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff and you want to talk Marvel, your favorite character, you want to talk about MCU stuff, like, that is totally allowed. Do not think just because I'm painting a model we can't talk geeky stuff, because I love talking about geeky stuff, especially if it's comic book related. Because I don't know about you, but I am very intensely ready for all of the Disney Plus shows. I loved WandaVision. I loved everything about that. You know, speaking of the Sorcerer Supreme, you know, and that is not spoiling anything, because I'm not going to say more than that. And I hope you guys like the music. I started doing that on my streams because I thought it was a cool, nice way, especially if we're painting. Because, like I said, for the folks that just like to sometimes watch and listen, I was like, I think that's pretty calm and tranquil. And it actually helps me. Funny enough, I did it more to try something new with my videos, but it actually helps me a lot because it makes me, it actually gives me kind of a zen moment, like calming moment, which is very, very cool. Yeah, I got to be careful with his cape because I remember that Doctor Strange has a yellow border on his cape. Which or is it orange? It's orange. That's right. It's a red orange. I forgot about that, sir. And I love you. You're one of my favorite Marvel characters. And I've completely forgotten about that. Alright, this is going to be tricky. But we can do it. I know we can. So, this is like where I can only say that experience gets you through stuff like that. Like, I'm using a larger... Alright, well, somebody gave me a checkout. I get it. I'm noticing as I get more and more followers, like, it's very interesting when I get newer ones, who stays and who doesn't. But like I said, this is going to be a real quick video. Because I'm literally going to just finish the back of this cape. And then I'm going to have to go. I will be back. But I will be painting, like I said, as I promised, some Games Workshop models. Because I've done, you know, the idea is that I like to focus on a different company every little bit. And the only reason I did Marvel tonight was because, A, I wanted to unbox those other things. And I was so close to finishing Wolverine. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's finish them. And let's get that. So Doctor Strange definitely started. I think we're going to call it right there because we've been going for an hour and a half already. Like I said, I'm going to be back later for some Games Workshop stuff. If you joined us for the end of this video, think about watching to the watch the beginning and watch through it because we unboxed some cool stuff, which, like I said, just kind of an impromptu thing. I wanted to do some more. I'm totally jonesing for that set. So I wanted to do it. Again, we got our Wolverine done. So now he completely dried so I could show you guys off. I really love how that came out. Yeah, I might have to just do a little bit of edging, but I think that's good. I like it. I like how he came out. He looks pretty fierce. I love that we got that blood on the claws, some effects. Very, very nice. So we did get Wolverine done, which was our mission. And he is now added to the completed characters. Like I said, I like that the number's going down and getting back to my zen moment. But like I said, please consider following the channel. By following, you obviously get us in more areas and more places, and having more people that love us and watch us is always great. Sign up for notifications so you know when we're live, so you can come and contribute to the stream, which is always a good thing. It's always a better stream when I have you guys talking with me. And then also check out the links below. I want to shout out Undiscovered Realms, one of our sponsors, where I get my paints from. I get a lot of my gaming stuff from, so if you want to check them out, they are an awesome shop. They're an awesome place. They do tabletop game, collectible card games. They do Funko Pops. They do vintage toys. They do all kinds of cool stuff. So check them out. Give them a follow. Give them a like. And they do ship anywhere in the country, so they do virtual orders. It's very easy to use their website. It's very quick to get what you need. They're really on top of it too, so you can get that gaming stuff right to your door when you need to. So give them a shout out, give them a like, and you can check out my website, my Patreon, and my tip/donation button to monetarily support the channel. And monetary support's great; it goes right back into the channel. It allows me to get more equipment. It allows me to get the things I need to keep elevating what we do. So eventually, I can do exactly what I want and do full battle reports and be a full dedicated gaming channel, which we're going to be there, and I know we can, and I thank you for the support. And thank you, everybody who already is supporting us. I don't say it enough, but I really am surprised and impressed that we have all those folks out there watching us. So thank you. I'll see you soon. As always, please stay safe, wash your hands, and please respect all the people on this planet. Without them all working together, we will never get past what we need to do tomorrow and conquer the challenges of the next hurdle. So thank you, everybody. I'll see you very soon. And as always, I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye. I'll see you soon.